So I'm sitting here watching the Diddler Files, eating my cookies and drinking my milk, and I'm seeing a whole nother side of this man, because on camera all you see is the good version, like how he put so many people on. But this man had so many fucking bad business dealings. It was crazy. He assaulted so many women and men, not just sexually, but like physically. Granted, he did have he didn't really have a rough childhood, but the things that he's seen definitely corrupted his mind, and most definitely his mother corrupted his mind. Because how do you go from being this innocent kid to becoming a fucking diddler, you know? And it also tells you, like, you gotta watch out what your kids consume these days, because they could end up being a fucking diddler, right? Especially on social media, the fact that children have so much access to all this stuff on the internet these days is wild. And this man was so power hungry. He envied almost anybody he was around. And then he wondered why the fuck he didn't have any friends. I mean, I don't think he really wondered, but it's like he was so about himself. And that's why I would never want to see like a famous person that I like. I mean, to be honest, I don't give a fuck about famous people. I see them as normal human beings, because everybody is a normal human being. If we're being real, it doesn't matter how much money you got. It doesn't matter how people see you or how much status you have. You're literally just like me, but you know, not just like me, because I'm not a fucking diddler. But he was so corrupt. He ruined so many people's lives, and they showed this image of him being so, you know, I mean, I guess good. So it's like, you never know like what these people are actually doing behind the scenes, because you don't know these fucking people. And it's crazy to think that even when people were coming out about the situations that he put him in, nobody really batted an eye, because all they seen was his status. You know, all they seen was what he had. So they thought, you know, he can't be doing all this. They would see firsthand what he would do if it was bad, and they would just brush it aside because they knew him for a long time, or because he had too much status, too much power, or because they were afraid of what he could do to them. Him going forward, moving forward, not batting an eye when hella people were killed at his event, you know, putting his business under his mother's name so that he wouldn't fucking have to pay for those people's, you know, funeral costs. You know, basically he did the same shit to the Biggie, right, which was supposed to be his best friend that got killed. Like, you need to go watch this fucking documentary, because this man is evil, dog. He gives me mob boss vibes, just without all the murder. At least, like, you know, these people point blank and period are evil. You feel me? This man's hiding behind this image, and that's even worse. I feel like this man was a wolf in sheep's clothing to the mainstream media. People that are coming out, they're not trying to hear nothing they're saying, right? And that's why I would hate to meet somebody that's famous that I actually somewhat admire. But say you listen to somebody's music and then you're like, oh, he's probably cool. Then you meet him in person and then they're like a fucking Diddy. They're a fucking Diddy. First of all, the type of person I am, I'm probably not gonna go to social media about it, right? But I'm most definitely gonna be like, to everyone that talks about them in such a holy way, in such a high, honoring, exalted way, I'm gonna be like, yeah, that nigga's fucked up. He's not what you think. And it's the thing of like, you could do that, but if you got so many people on his side, they're not gonna hear a fucking word you got to say, right? Because he has so much money, he can cover it up like that. Like, only those people know the truth. But when everybody starts coming out, you know, hopefully they trap that nigga in jail for like, hopefully they put that nigga in jail for like 20 plus years. The deeper I got into this Diddy documentary, the more I started thinking, like, what the fuck is going on in these courtrooms? This man has so many fucking allegations. This man has so many fucking court cases. I mean, I guess it makes sense because he's a billionaire. So they just wrote it off like, oh, this is normal for billionaires. We get accused of all types of shit. But billionaires don't really get accused for shit like this, do they? Like murders, fucking sexual assault probably. Let's be real. Them niggas be fucking. But all these murders and assault trials, like that should be an indication, okay, maybe we should look deeper into this shit and not let this nigga slide for the 1,000th fucking time. Then all of a sudden I see this nigga had an album in 2023. Then I go look up the album and I can't even say the shit is bad. And that pisses me off because it's like this evil man is producing good music. I mean, he's never really produced like terrible music, obviously. But damn, it's like this nigga don't fail. I'm low-key wishing bad on this nigga right now, bro. One thing that really pisses me off though, that I have to stop doing now, is using baby oil. Because I actually like baby oil. You know, I like the smell. And it's oil. You could just put it on your body. You don't have to put like lotion on. You know, I never went crazy with the oil like this man. And then putting ecstasy and drugs in oil. That's fucking crazy. No wonder those people were drugged up. When that nigga said can't stop, won't stop, he meant that shit to the heart. And bro, this guy is a fucking menace. He's a menace. And people are not taking these witness statements serious. And on a music video, in the comments, I was seeing people talk about, I love you, Diddy. Like, this world is crazy.